But it shows a lot on my desk, which is good. A little bit of my hair is cut off. That's okay. I mean, I might be okay with my head being, because y'all can really see my desk this way. Why does it always feel like it's cockeyed in the camera? Okay. So I was trying to set this for like a different time, and like every time I tried to set it for it, it kept reverting back to like an hour before. Oh shit! I forgot my earrings. Hold on. I'll keep talking. Just stay around. So it kept. Fuck me. Where'd it go? It kept reverting. Like, we've had daylight savings time here in the U.S., and I don't know if other countries do that shit or not. I have no clue. So it kept flipping. I was like, it's like it couldn't register that I wanted like an hour later. So like every time I tried to set it for 8:45, it would go 7:45. And I was like, no, not fucking 7:45. It's past 7:45. How you going to sit there and set for 7:45? What are you doing? I don't know. It has issues. Holy shit. Have y'all been chit-chatting this whole damn time? Good, LP. Holy shit, dude. Y'all were not showing up at first. I was just chit-chatting, and then all of a sudden, poof, this whole entire fucking conversation comes on. I'm like, what? Good. That's what I would have suggested. I would also suggest sleeping with tourmaline or obsidian. What little hearts? Where's the little hearts? Who has little hearts? Well, here we are, guys. If you all don't change your time here in the U.S., we do what we call like where we spring forward in the spring, and then we like fall back, and not all places do that. And we're trying to vote to get it out, so we just stick with daylight savings time. I used to do it because of like farmers and all kinds of stuff, so that early in the morning the light would be showing, but people would rather have light showing later in the day, because like the sun was setting at like 5:40 in the middle of the winter, and it's so hard on people here. So right now it may look like I'm coming on at a different time, but I'm really not. Technically, it's almost 9:00 in the morning here, right? So anywho's. Well, let me get my phone real quick. Can y'all hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can somebody let me know? Am I just talking to nobody? It's 4 minutes in and I'm talking to nobody. I'm coming, Manishka. Oh, yes. Even I have that. Well, for me, at the bottom, it has like this little circle of a face, like the face, and like that was at the last live. Thank you, Manishka. At the last live, I could. I realized I had emoticons or whatever those things are, and I was like, really? Because they haven't been there before. But I didn't like click on it during the live to figure out what was there and what wasn't. So Cool. Cool beans. Yeah, it's doing different things. I'll tell you that much. Oh, so just LP on that note, and we'll get into the reading, I promise. We also had something here last night. But it was weird because it was about 2:00 in the morning here, and I woke up to what sounded like something falling over, crashing, or being thrown in my house. And I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck? So I turn on the light and I'm like, okay, what am I going to see? I open my door, and right outside my door on the wall is a wooden magnetic calendar that I use for my 6-year-old, because he's trying to understand, the like how many days is, like, what's it look like when you count 3 days ahead, and when's what, and because he mixes up the words tomorrow, today, that kind of stuff. And so we're working on it, and so we've got this calendar that he can set up and put his magnets on for the dates and all kinds of stuff. And it was laying on the floor, and I look over, my son is on the couch. Sometimes he sleeps on the couch, just because he likes the change of scenery, and he's like that felt like he said it was something, because he said he was waking up out of his sleep. When you first start to wake up, and then it's like you're half awake, half asleep, but you're thinking something. And he said, I thought, is this even real? And then that crashed, and it felt like there was a presence. So we did a cleansing and everything else like that. And I was like, I don't think that there was a presence here, but I do think he astraled last night, which he does. And because he was still caught between the two, they were able to influence. So we did a whole cleansing in the middle of the fucking night, getting rid of it. So it's funny that you mentioned that you went through something like that. I wonder if it was at the same time, because you and I tend to go through some weirdness at the same time. We sharing stuff. Okay. So we had something weird happen here last night too. And there was no reason in the middle of the night it should have fallen off the wall. No reason. There had to have been, some force behind it. Because it's been there for months and months. I was like, all right, with no issues whatsoever. Anywho, so weird shit can happen, and that's the reason why we need to make sure that we continuously keep up our wards, do our protections, things like that, because it's easy to let our guard down, and it's we want to continue to have renewing the charge or the energy behind those things. So right. Yes. Just being honest. I want to turn the heat off, because oh my god. And then we'll pull some cards, guys. My heater has this thing where I'll set it to a certain degree, and it looks like I have no hair there, and I do. When I go in the mirror in there, I have hair there. I don't know why it looks like I'm an old man with I don't know. And it'll go, I'll do you one better. And so I'll have it setting on 72, and it goes, I'm going to go to 73 and keep running. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you, but if I go any too low, then it's let's go a degree below. And I'm like, I swear to God. That's what happens when you rent. All right, guys, make sure that if you're going to sit around and join in, make sure you like every live, okay? Okay. I was not getting much of anything other than, I don't know why this happened. And I was like, is this really a part of it? Because y'all know I get music sometimes, right? And so I am sitting here, or I was getting ready. I was doing my coffee, and I was thinking of a cushion that I'm going to get for this chair. And I was like, I can't wait to get it. And I was like, my hips are going to be in love with it. And so I started singing. I started doing the little hip move. I'm in my head, y'all. I'm a weirdo. right? I'm just doing this in my kitchen. It's normal for me. My boys are like, they're used to walking by and be like, okay. Anywho, so in my head, I'm like, forever, whenever. I start singing Shakira. And man, if that shit would not leave my brain. I'm at your feet. And I was like, what? And I was like, it came out of nowhere. I was thinking of a cushion. It was just like something took over me. So I'm over here like, you know how she does her little hippie thingy? And I was like, okay. And then I'm in here getting ready and prepping and everything, and it's like, it's still that. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know if it has anything to do with, you know what? Anyway. You're doing it in the shower. I don't know. I have a lot of stuff that I need to share with you. We'll ping you on. Okay. Ooh. You danced to Shakira? Oh, motherfucker. Yeah, my energy. God, why you gotta be taking over all the time? Okay. All right, well, let's just do this. 3-3, guys. Somebody else is with us. I'm trying to shuffle, okay? I'm not going to take it, but I'm going to show you what came out. It is the 10 of air. And I feel like somebody needs to be reminded. Maybe somebody is going, are we actually done with the worst here? Are we actually moving on? And they're like, yes. Because the 10 of air in this deck says, the end of difficult situation. Embrace the change. So if something feels in flux, you're like, it feels like it's changed, but it's not fully changed yet. I don't, yes. And expect things to get better now. So if you were wondering that in the last 24 hours, like, is this shit, are we sure things are better? Am I going to be good? Because, you may be like, I don't know. Someone's questioning it. So that's what we're going to, that's for somebody. But they hollered at me for this deck. So I have coffee. I didn't drink the coffee before I came on, guys. I waited for you. Ooh, release. Oh, Phoenix Rising. This is the death card. The end of a phase or situation. They are, all right, that is the theme today. Apparently Spirit means it. They're like, no, we're talking about this. Let's address this. I'm like, okay, I feel like we already did at one point, but I don't know. Maybe there's something else to it. Maybe they're like, oh, remember when we talked about such and such? Let me add to that. Okay. Spiritual transformation and time to move the fuck on. Okay. I just saw 6 of Wands on that. On the break, on the split, on the whatever the fuck it's called. Hey, DW, how are you? Yes, that hangover stage. Okay. Why do I feel like something is even closer than what it was before? It says events that occur with great speed, take time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. Oh, so you're over here asking, like, are we really sure? Like, are we good? Like, because the question doesn't feel like it's a doubtful one. Like, you're not trusting. You're just like, almost like you're open to the flow. And you're just waiting for the next current to come through so you can hop on with it. You're in this state of knowing not to act when you shouldn't, but act when you should. And you're kind of like, okay. And so you ask that question. It's a little bit like, so we are good, right? maybe you're seeing something that if it were just like a month ago, you'd been panicking a little bit because you lack the evidence of something. But right now you feel so solidly like sure, but you're going, you're not seeing evidence, you're not seeing something in your 3D at this moment. And you're asking, are we sure? We're good, right? We're good. Like you're just like kind of like, like a friend who's been having a rough time, and they constantly tell you everything's good. And so you leave it be, but you're a little like, you're watching how they move and you go, you're good, right? Like you just check in. You don't want to doubt them. You're not trying to create a situation where there's not one. You're not trying to, but you just want to go, we're good. Okay. Okay. Making sure kind of thing, right? That's what it felt like to me. So you got something that's going to happen with great speed. It's funny. It's funny when they sit there and do that. Something's going to happen with a lot of speed, but you got to take time to carefully review the options. What do we mean by okay? And this is a little different over here. We have the whole open your eyes to all the opportunities that are in front of you. Like almost like hey, when this comes up, we want you to be on point with your discernment, but you are going to have to make some decisions, right? In the moment, kind of fast. And so it's like you're going to be waiting, you're going to feel like you're waiting, you're going to feel like you're waiting, and then it arrives and you're like, oh, yeah. It's like almost like a pace change is going to happen for you. And so it's like, just be aware so that you're aware of it when it shows up kind of thing. Like almost like, okay, let me give you an example. They're giving me an example. So my son, he's driving. I'm teaching him. Some of y'all know. And there's times where, and we all do this, we've all done this, guys, okay? But we'll get to a place where we're like, you get in your zone and you're in your head, and then like you just like going through the motions and stuff. And it's almost like sometimes because of that, you don't pay attention to what's around you. And if you ain't careful, especially if you're a newbie, you can cause an accident. And sometimes he'll be like, oh, and he's like, oh, he doesn't see something. He doesn't see a stop sign. He doesn't see a vehicle. He kind of like starts to change without looking. I'm like, look in your mirrors, child. And he's like, oh, I was just in my head. And it's a thing for him. Well, he has ADHD and some other stuff. And so sometimes that can happen for him. And he's got to learn, like really focus to be in the moment so he can be aware, because at any minute, a car can come out of nowhere, right? So they're saying not to get too lax is what it feels like to me. Because we've got the Four of Water, which is the Four of Cups, right? And you may be getting a little like, you know how like you're waiting for a teacher to start something in class, and so the waiting process can be boring, and you start to think in your head, and all of a sudden you're on some tangent in your head, and and the teacher starts and you're not even paying attention kind of thing. It's almost like that sense of boredom in waiting, or the sense of like, like since I've got to wait anyways, like people who are in their car in a line, right? They'll be sitting there, and because it's been a bit of a wait, they start looking at different things. They turn on the music, whatever, and before you know it, you got somebody behind you honking like, "Bitch, move!" And it's like, oh, because you didn't pay attention. So there's this level of you're going to have to stay in the present moment, and alert, because when it shows up, and it's like you need to jump on the bandwagon, you need to hop on the horse, whatever else it is, it's coming in. And so they're like, we know that you've been waiting, we know that you kind of feel like, okay, is this happening? We're like, do whatever you can to keep yourself in the moment so that you're aware and that you're kind of like engaged. Okay. I'm not sure why they're saying that, but we're going to find out. And then we've got the Six of Cups right here with the Four of Cups. And it says issues or romanticizing the past. Memories from your history or childhood. It's almost like, are you sitting here as you zone out while you're waiting? Are you... It's like, I don't understand why they're saying that. Do you feel lured into doing something that you shouldn't? We're gonna find out. Because, in your boredom, you might feel like, well, I'll just do this. But it doesn't feel like you're wanting to go backwards. So I don't understand. And this may be a situation where like, don't get wrapped up in something from the past, is what I want to say. Because they're showing me the picture here. And again, with traditional Rider-Waite or one of those type of decks, the cup is coming from out from the clouds. He's staring at the 3 cups in front of him. That's the 4 of cups that we're talking about right now. And so it's almost like, beware, there's something coming in that's for you. It's going to be presented to you. Make sure that you're on task and on point, that you pay attention to what's coming in. And then it's almost like you get wrapped up in something over here because there's 2 mermaids playing and they're like little children. And then it's like the cups come in and get set down. Like, here's the 3 cups that you had been paying attention to, and then there's like other cups that kind of come in. So it's almost like a distraction, which is why they're saying stay present in the moment, but I don't understand what that is. So let me find out what that distraction or what this 6 of cups is representing here. Because I got to be honest with you, even though I usually use the words and they're giving me that imagery, I don't get the energy of past anything. But I get the energy of a potential, like distraction. Like, and it's almost like, I don't know. Hold on. Okay. So there's a sense of not missing something. Because somebody is almost like, maybe like somehow in your boredom, are you also in apathy? This is weird, guys. Because it's almost like maybe not seeing what happened in the past as bad as it really was. Like, you're like, you know what, it's not so bad. I can deal with that. I'll handle, like I could, because it's like events behind the scenes and release fears that hold you back. And so if I'm trying to clarify the 6 of cups, it's almost like the fear of something new coming in. Because, in the 4 of cups, you're paying attention to the other 3 cups so much that you're not looking at the new cup that's coming in. And the 3 cups in the 4 of cups are things you've already done, that you've obviously not wanted to do. And are you recontemplating those? Because it's like, well, that wasn't too bad. I can handle that. It's all good. Like, I can, it's not that, whatever. And it's like, are you feeling that way because you're afraid? How is this coming up? What the fuck, y'all? We're going to use New Era elements. Why is this coming up for somebody? Who is thinking, well, maybe it wasn't so bad. Like, maybe you're willing to go towards something that you've, like a pattern you've already been a part of because you're having to wait for the new thing? Is it because you're having to wait for the new thing? Or is it because when it comes in, you're like, oh shit, I'm not really sure about that. Like, we've had a million fucking conversations on this, guys. Why is this fucking showing up? Do I need to ream somebody's ass? What is going on? Why are you even bringing this up, Spirit? This is so fucking basic. It's not even funny. Like, this is the reason why I'm so confused. Because over here, I know a motherfucker's ready. I know you're just checking in. You're like, are we still good? Is this how it's going? Okay. And you're like, you're good with it. And this felt really out of left field. Like, what the fuck? So I hate to sound like every other tarot reader because this is annoying as shit. But there's somebody where somebody from the past is going to present themselves, basically, is what we're talking about. And in your boredom, do not romanticize. Don't be like, I'll do something. It's in the interim. And, well, maybe things weren't really bad as it was, that kind of thing. Please fucking don't do that shit. Somebody's in the past for a fucking reason, okay? Don't get so bored with the, like, waiting for the other thing to come in that you choose something that's not good for you. That you give something a second chance that you shouldn't. I'm looking at you. Even if it's just to have fun until something new comes along, no. And I feel like saying any from the past. If past or ex is attached, if you're revisiting somebody, like if it's somebody, even if you didn't date and you just tried to pursue them and nothing ever came of you pursuing them and you flirting and everything else like that, and you're like, ooh, I'll try that again. It's like, bitch, don't. Please fucking don't. Okay? If in any capacity you have a history of pursuing and you somehow managed to catch some fucking amnesia about why things didn't pan out before, or anything you learned, or how they acted like you didn't fucking exist. Don't do things to entertain yourself in the interim while waiting for something like this. Okay? Because somebody asked, is it still happening? For that reason. Tay. Because let me just tell you, and that's why I was like, why does it feel like there's like a temptation? And I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Like, how could you be tempted away from this? Like, what you're wanting is this. And I feel like you're not going to want, and maybe there's something that's going to happen for you. And somehow, I hate those stories where, like, someone comes in just before what you want does to try and get your energy all messed up. You could be waiting for something to shift in your life as far as like a move. You could be waiting for something to shift as far as career. And you're like, this is still happening, right? And it's like, yeah, it's still happening. And you have faith in it. And then a motherfucker shows up and you're like, well, I'll just do something. At least it's something to entertain. It's something to do in the meantime. And it's like, don't, because it's going to fuck with your energy. Because we have the Emperor with deception and interference. I fucking shit you not. That's exactly what it says at the bottom. Deception and interference. Emperor. Okay. And on top of that, so it's like they're going to come in acting like presenting really well. Like this can be very successful and like, like something about it presents like, oh, this might be, or maybe you're convincing yourself or they're trying to convince you. I don't know. But we got the King of Pentacles. Or maybe this is what's meant to come in. King of Pentacles with a victory card, right? Like some either material success or a King of Pentacles is coming in. And it's like somehow, because not every emperor is positively aspected, right? This one certainly fucking is not. And so we have the King of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, which we saw in the split, right? Of the other deck. And then we have the Tower. So whatever this is will interfere with and fuck with what's meant to come in. Either it's going to interfere with your energy at the time of something's about to happen, or it's going to distract you and you're going to pay attention to that and miss the person that's supposed to come in. So it's like if it's a person that you're waiting for, that person's on their way. Yes, it's still happening. Please don't entertain fuckery or even just like, oh, because I'm bored. Like, don't. Okay? Don't. And if you're waiting on something very tangible and material, still don't. Okay? Because this person is very apt and good at creating a sense of a lack of clarity in your life that seems to permeate everything. Right? They rile your energies up inside and it's like, no. So just don't. Okay. And I'm gonna, because here's the thing, I'm certainly not gonna spend a lot of time on this. All right. You've been warned, you've been told, don't fucking do it. Okay. Like if I have to go into that much more, then you may not be ready for what's about to come in. If I tell you, Spirit says point blank, don't, then fucking heed the warning. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna spend my time on that bullshit. We're gonna talk about this. Events that occur with great speed. What are we talking about here for this? Yeah, things are going to change quickly. We've got the Six of Swords, which is all about that things like that transformation, that bridge between chaos and peace and calm. So that is happening. You're entering into that. You're in the midst of the adjustment period, right? Things balancing out. Okay. Of course, it takes a bit of strength when you're in that liminal space and you don't necessarily see everything right at this present moment, but you're in the right space where you're like, I have full faith that's going to actually happen. Stay there. Do not start to see, like, you may feel so good in your energy and where you're at, and you feel so solid in like what you think you will and won't do and how you'll choose to maneuver and everything else like that you think somebody else can't mess with you. But obviously they did it before. And it's like, why would you, this is like I'm getting the 9 of Wands type of energy, like where you know your worth, you know your energy, you protect your energy at all fucking costs. Like, why would you even entertain it? Like, why would you even go there? Why? Okay, because we've got a strength card here. And then we've got this bad boy. We have this level of independence and freedom. We're going to say this is 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is that sense of like, freedom. It's just that sense of independence and being good in your own energy and doing well within just yourself, right? Not needing external factors to have the level of success and progress that you're having right now. We do have in the middle of it, you know, the 5 of Cups. There have been disappointment, and in a sense, maybe during this time frame, while honing and cultivating and strengthening your level of independence and freedom and sense of self and really growing the self within, you've had to do without, absolutely. But just know that there is something of integrity on the other side of that. You're doing good all on your own. I don't know who fucking needs to hear this shit. It has the remnants or the air of codependence a little bit. Like maybe you don't have your seaworthy legs just yet. You know, sometimes we're held in a space because we're meant to that liminal space where it's like nothing is happening because we're meant to get our seaworthy legs. Like we don't need to venture out into romance and relationships until we are so fucking solid in knowing our worth and valuing our sense of self, right? That we don't need to bring anything else in, right? And you may have had to recognize and see and let go of the things that brought disharmony to you. 5 of Cups, you know, it took a period of time of reviewing that, looking at that and evaluating that to get that level of discernment and stuff, to know what you are worth. And yes, you may feel like you're in a drought, like, God, it's been a hot minute since like how long is this going to take? You know what I'm saying? Five of cups, to find that integral thing, right? That one person that shows up in the right energy, that shows up in alignment, that presents himself authentically, that is a true emperor. A true emperor. See where this shit's gonna go. Let's see where this is gonna go. Get it there. I don't know why we're going down this. It feels a little bit like whoever is going to get this is going to be like, no, I'm good. That won't happen to me. And they're like, because this feels so disconnected. I'm like, is this even a message for somebody? Because I'm not picking up on a particular person's energy. And yet there is something about, so this, to me, it just says that somebody doesn't necessarily see or relate that this is their message just yet. Or they're overconfident in themselves where they're like, no, I won't be swayed or tempted or anything else like that. This could even just be like, like maybe old patterns in love where you date around a whole lot and you're like, you know what, that won't faze me. I'm not getting into any kind of relationship. I'll just date. And it's like, at this point, it's not good. Like there's something on the horizon that might mess with your energies that could potentially put you in a position to be distracted when something's meant to come in. And it's just not a good time is what I want to say, because we have cruelty with the Queen of Pentacles and the Lovers. Like you showed up bringing your all into a lot of other relationships, and that's how you do. So, and that's just who you are. And that's not something Spirit wants you to abandon, right? Your true, like who you really are. When you come into love, like you bring your full fucking cup ready to pour. Problem is not everybody else does. And so you've been taken advantage of in the past because of that, because it's just, again, just who you are. It's like if you're going to go into a relationship or if you're going to go into something, you show up integral. You expect somebody else to show up integral, but they don't necessarily always do that. And there's been times where because you give your all, it literally takes your focus away from other areas of your life. Even from the get-go, like you tend to give, I don't know if this is the right word, precedent or consideration to the other person in how you, like what you're going to do during the day, how you choose things. Like, even if you're not like at the stage where you're like, oh, we should get married, or, oh, we're in a super serious relationship. Maybe you're at the beginning and it's like, we definitely want to date one another. We definitely want to be exclusive, but so you then start to rearrange your life. And you may turn things down or turn things away because you want to give, let's say give me an example. Let's say there is an event that you're meant and destined to go to. You're going to get an invitation, but you are in such the capacity where you're like, you know what, I'm going to first see if they want to do something. And they go, maybe let's see, let's wait closer to the weekend. And so you turn away other invitations because you might go out with them and that kind of stuff. And like, if you've already agreed with that with them, you don't want to, like bail on them or something to that effect. And so it's like, but you're meant to say yes to this. And while there's a lot of integrity in the whole, like, I want to be good to my word and I want to fulfill things. And if I really want to try and build something. So like now is not the right time, because in the end, Spirit's like, in the end, this little situation with this person would end up being a distraction. It's not, like, to me, that says this isn't going to go somewhere, because otherwise they would be like, hey, this is a great thing, but you need to make sure you have balance in your life, blah, 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 blah. But I get the sense that it's not worth it. The trade-off is not worth it. Because we have like this new passion that shows up, like, it's the Page of Wands, but they're like, you kind of need to protect your own energy, though. The Seven of Wands, like that is like protecting your individual success. This level of you're on a trajectory for something. You're on a trajectory for something, and they're like, protect your own energy. Even though something's going to present itself, and it might be tempting, is what I want to say. There's a temptation on it. It's like, ooh, and you don't see it as this massive red flag. And maybe it's not. Maybe this person has no massive red flags. It's just that they're not going to be something long-term in your life, but they will be enough of a distraction that it might alter the course of how certain things go, because Spirit knows how you behave and how you approach something. And it's just like, hey, just not now. It's not worth it. Like just don't engage in that. And it's almost like you need to be careful. You need to protect your energy and your success when choosing your actions, okay? Because it goes from the Page of Wands to the Seven of Wands to the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is, so somebody may be flirting with you. This is flirting. This is just the baby stages, the beginning. But we can get excited and fun. And it's funny that this is coming up, because for some people, that's going to be the thing that tips things off. But for somebody else, it's like, no, not right now, not this. So either it will serve as a distraction from who is meant to come in, which we all know that, there's been energies that play that do not want you to do better than them. So, or want you to go down this trajectory. So, this introduction of something that's like, ooh, because if someone isn't waving big red flags, you think, well, I don't know then. Like, maybe I should explore it. And there's just something where it's like, how do they know who this person is? Like, if there's not a big red flag right from the get-go, Spirit, like how are they? It's almost like this just feels like a warning. And that's why they're like, things are going to start to develop. Carefully review your options. I think that's the key. If you're going into it like, why not? And like, you're not really actually seriously looking for a relationship, or if you're not seriously like interested in this person and it's just a for fun kind of situation and, let's just explore it, then it's a no. Like, you got other shit that's going to start happening in your life. They are not worth it. We're not wasting our time at this juncture, at this point, with just having fun, kind of like, it's like it just serves as a distraction, is what I want to say. It just serves as a distraction. Okay. So that's the thing. Like, because whatever this is, it's not something where you're like you feel like there's a level of like, this is, it's like you don't feel something about the way that you feel is going to tell you. You don't feel like, it's not like you're going on a date or you're accepting something from somebody because you feel like this could be potential. It's like, it's just something to do. It's something to do right now. And while a lot of times that's great, like it's not an issue, there's something about the present moment where it's like you need to stay alert and in the present and be aware for when this change comes in, because it's going to happen swiftly. And so it's like they want you on your A game and you don't need any kind of distractions. Okay. And so you're just going to know, like, there isn't something that's like, now, if your mind is the kind that I don't think this is the person that they're talking to. If you're the kind where you're fuck me, your mind likes to, ooh, are they the one? It's like, if your mind is doing that and you don't feel compelled, like you're connected with somebody, or like there's some kind of like major synchronicity, whatever they're talking about is like a situation where it's just the interim thing. It's like, it's fun. Somebody asks you out and you're like, why not? Kind of thing. And you start to whatever. It's that type of situation. Just don't. It's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to serve as a distraction. And that part feels intentional. Like, because you're in a good energy, maybe your guard isn't up quite as much. You think that you're really well rooted in your energy, and you probably are. But this is where the discernment happens. If you know something's about to happen, you should fucking also know that there's going to be all kinds of things that will try to present themselves to get your attention away from that. Because like every tarot reader does talk about this. Like when something big comes in, all kinds of other little things come in. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, seriously? So if you start seeing an uptake of like, like people showing interest and that kind of stuff, that's when you know you need to be on your A game and have your discernment on point. Like by all means, there's all kinds of times where having fun and that type of scenario is exactly what you need. But right now, when you've been feeling like something major is going to happen and change in your life, and like you can feel it creeping up and it's getting really close, you can tell that type of shit, distractions, fucking distractions. Get rid of it. Okay, I'm not going to harp on that anymore. That had to be said for somebody or for multiple people probably, because that kind of feels like spirit was like more than one somebody. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, it's just a reminder, because I feel like, so we're going to move on to a completely different reading. That was very like matter of fact, point blank. Hey, so, okay. I want Starman. Hermetic is kind of calling me too. Okay, so we're going to start over. We're going to do another reading. Where are we at here? Is YouTube being a ding dong? Okay, let's see where this goes, guys. Because that was just very like, and guys, even if it's not somebody from the past, it's like a past pattern. It's like you get bored, and so you go into the energy of, okay, well, let me just, and then you entertain distractions, right? You think, I'll just do this in the interim, like, while you're waiting, and they're like, that you don't need to do. Hold on to your britches, because things are going to move fast. That's literally what they're saying right now. Wow. Fuck. Shit. You're going to have plenty of time to celebrate, have fun, and do all kinds of shit, because good shit's coming in. Can I just motherfucking say? This is going to go down below here. I think I am keeping this. I don't know why, but we're going to do this. Let me tell you what's up here. We do have a center card. As always, the center card is the overall energy when I'm looking at something, okay? Center card is the Three of Cups. You're going to have a lot of reason to celebrate with other individuals. I also feel like these are individuals that are equally yoked to you. So they're coming in like it's a new network. It's a new social network. These are like soul family, soul tribe type of energy, like in alignment with who you are. But you have a lot of reason to celebrate. There's going to be a lot of reasons to be happy and joyful and like things, you know. So this tells me shit's going to pop off. Absolutely. Why do I say that hold on to your britches? It's going to happen fast? Because we have the Seven of Wands right with the Eight of Wands. Remember, Seven of Wands is all about protecting your energy, protecting where you're at. It's like holding on real, like being careful, because it's on the heels of the Six of Wands. Success, victory, like you've gotten to this place, you're finally at the finish line. Like, do what you got to do to protect that, okay? Because shit's about to fucking move fast. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. On the other side of the Three of Cups is like the reason you're going to be able to celebrate on the other side of this is because you got the Ten of Cups and the fucking universe. Like the immensity of things that open up to you. Like the doors that have been closed up to this point, opening up. Like everything that you want is on the other side of this, of whatever event is about to fucking happen. Okay? Ten of Cups. Like this is like beyond just being content within your life. This is like the type of joy that you want to share it with other fucking people, right? That you engage in this joyous new state with others. The kind of joy I just don't know how to explain it other than that. You can be in life and have peace and contentment and be like happy with your status and happy with what's going on in your life and it's all good. But it's when it becomes so palpable that it's like you can't help but have whatever amount of happiness and evolution that you've has occurred in your life. It just trickles out to other people. And this is also an exchange with other people, right? It's almost like it would be like a person getting a job that they're so fucking grateful for. And like you walk into the environment and people are like, I love that you're finally here, you know, and like you love that you're finally there. And like there's this outpouring of love amongst everybody. And it's like it opens up a completely new world, like a whole new world. Like this is when you hit the world at the end of the major arcana, it's a whole new fucking phase. Like we've got all these like cycles that can happen and different things. Like phases can last for like decades, right? So this is like a whole different phase of life that's about to happen. You're about to go back to the Fool and start again. So it's like, hold on, because this shit's going to change pretty fast. I fucking shit you not. Did I not just say, I shit you not? These were turned over. I didn't see what they were. If they had come out that way, I left them that way. I flip it over to see what the first fucking card is. What did I just say? You hit the world. That means you're about to do the whole new fucking face over again. You're going back to the Fool. The fucking Fool. A lot's going to be happening. Shit, fire, saving matches. Okay. Hold on. In this new phase, you're going to be very discerning about where you pour your cup, okay? Who you pour your cup with or into. It's like the King of Cups doesn't just share everything with everybody. So on this new trajectory, this new start, there is a level of discernment that is going to be used, right? You're going to be very selective is what I hear. Oh my gosh. Hold on 1 second. Let me. Is this? Okay. There's something about this new level of freedom of movement in your life that you're going to have that will be attracting a lot of people. And I think that's what that last reading was about, is like, hey, when you enter into this, just know that you're going to have a lot of people presenting themselves, and that the majority of them are just going to be a distraction, because people will be attracted to that, something going well in your life, and they want to just surround themselves with people that have something going well in their life, so that almost rubs off, so that they can be a part of it. It's like, it's your celebration, but they kind of want to come in and like bask in the awe of it too. So this reminds me of like, like how celebrities will have a friends that are associated with them only to get, because they like, it's like they like the accolade of being associated with them. Like they get into different places because of them, or they, and that's why you see as celebrities age in their profession, they become more and more selective and slim down who they allow, because they recognize and realize that, right? They're like, you ain't here for me. You're here for what being my friend gives you, or being associated with me gives you, but you're not here for me. It's that kind of energy. It's literally like, hold on to your integrity, hold on to your worth, hold on to your energy, your success, protect yourself in this new level of success, because shit's going to happen fast. There's going to be a lot of reason to network, celebrate. And this level of type of freedom is the kind where you get out and you can socialize, and like, it's like stepping back out into the world again, right? You haven't been here for quite a while, and there's a lot of joy to be shared with others, and there's a lot of things and opportunities that are going to be opening up to you. So I will go over what's down here, but I feel like I want to jump over here really quick, right? There's nothing wrong with enjoying your level of freedom, but independence and autonomy at the same time. We have the Four of Swords and we have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles came across before. It's like, sometimes it's okay to experience this new phase a little bit on your own first before you attach yourself to anybody, if that makes sense. Because I take it as, the Four of Swords is that little reprieve, that moment of pause, that moment of like just taking it in and not having to like this is being solo at the start of whatever this thing is. So for those of you where your domino is a person, this message isn't for you. This is for the people where it's like something else pops off and other things are going to be happening. This is almost like taking a moment to like recognize, enjoy, taking a moment to yourself. Okay. Obviously, Four of Swords with the Nine of Pentacles. It's like taking a moment to celebrate and just be happy for where you're at and what you're achieving in this moment, like the trajectory that life is taking, right? Without feeling like you've got to jump right. It's funny because we've got the Eight of Wands. So they're like, oh, things are going to happen fast. You don't have to rush anything. Like, you don't gotta get this and then like, okay, what's next? And then, okay, what's next? It's like at every moment that something comes into your life and a new thing to celebrate is presented, take a pause. Enjoy that moment. Feel good in your own skin. It's like, celebrate what you've done. I also get the vibe of like a solo trip. I know that's really weird, but that's like the Four of Swords is like you're doing something for yourself in all of this. So for somebody that is something. We'll get to that. I just had to tap into that. People are going to be attracted to you. That we picked up on the last one. Like, there's just going to be, and some of them they're just going to be distractions. It's like, unless you feel really compelled and drawn and everything, like, it's almost like you get to enjoy yourself, but the aspect is maybe not to use dating around as your enjoyment. Does that make sense? Gosh, I don't get the energy that you should be going on a million different dates and stuff like that. It's like, be very selective at who you share your energy with. Because a lot of them are just going to end up being distractions, and you've got too much going for you in this, and a lot that's going to happen, a lot of doors and opportunities that are going to open up, and it's like it's not worth pulling somebody in to what's happening that really just enjoys you doing well in life more than they do you. Okay, this just reeks energy vampires. They just like moth to a flame, right? Kind of thing. Because let me just show you what we've got here. We've got, I can't ignore this, the King of Cups, the Emperor, and the Knight of Cups. This is your love life will pop off. Like, you will have suitors coming out of the woodworks, and it is going to be your discernment that you're going to have to rely on. Because I do not feel at all that this is, it's weird. It's like, okay, for some people, yes, your domino effect is going to start with a relationship, and somehow like because of that, you'll have distractions sent in. Like, it's not just going to be your person or the person that you're meant to meet. There's going to be a lot of people suddenly being attracted to you, and it's almost like they're trying to be distractions. For others, absolutely, I really feel like they are especially honing in on people who are how do I put this? People who are, something else is going to start in their life, and they're going to be experiencing success in other areas, and because of that, like, all kinds of suitors come out of the woodworks. Okay, I'm getting several stories here, all with the theme of being discerning. Okay. And knowing that not everybody's there, and like, don't take something just because you're like, meh, sure, why not? Let me find out. I feel like if someone's really meant to be in your life, you're going to feel almost compelled to go out with them. Like, it feels like, oh, I was meant to meet you. Oh, we're meant to like get to know each other, rather than, oh, it sounds like fun. And it's like, because our ego likes to be hit on, our ego likes to be whatever. They're like, don't, because those serve as distractions. Okay. And so for someone, like, your love life is inevitably going to pop off because of something else that happens in your life. And again, it's just like out of nowhere, right? We got 3 fucking suitors showing up: King of Cups, Emperor, and the Knight of Cups. I gotta be honest with you, the Knight of Cups feels like the offer. So this could be like you, if you're not, I'm still getting the energy of the last reading. Sorry, guys. I was trying really hard to get away from it. No, Shauna, you don't get to. It's like that tried and true story we hear in every fucking tarot reading. And I'm sorry, I really try not to be the person that like gives the same message you hear in every reading, because it's so fucking stupid and played out. But it is showing up. And I can't lie to you about what's showing up in the fucking cards. This is the idea that like you're going to have more than one suitor showing up. 2 that might, like where like one serves as a distraction, and the other, like, you're going to have more than one option, 2 options showing up. Whether it is your domino effect situation, it like what's meant to come into your life is started by love and dating, or something else starts in your life and then other people show up. So somebody here is absolutely going to, it's going to create, here, they want me to finish. There's going to be a love offer on hand that's going to come in. Okay. This is sincere and genuine, but you will experience confusion. We've got the 5 of Wands. It's like, what's what? You feel kind of like, you've got a lot of passions and a lot of pulls in different directions. And it's like you're confused about which one is the right cup, which one is the whatever. So it's literally like you are still going to be like, no matter how this pans out, right? If these people start coming in after a success or before, like maybe the first thing, the first success you experience in this new phase is going to be love. Either fucking way, there's a motherfucker, like it's gonna be more than one person showing up at once, so it's gonna create confusion in your life. Like if you're not careful, okay? And that's why they're saying, I want to rephrase that. I don't think it's so much confusion as just a lot going on at once. Like I said, a lot of people coming out, like you're suddenly attracted to people. People are hitting on you when you've had like a dry spell, and it's like, wait a minute, what? And they just don't want you to get distracted by the wrong one. Okay. And that's why you have to hold back a little bit. And it's like it's gonna feel like a bit of a whirlwind. Like you go from nothing to people hitting on you, and you're like, are you shitting me? And it's like the idea, the feeling is, think about it. Think about your options. And I can't get away from the idea or the notion. It's going to be like a whirlwind. They're taking me into a new story now. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. This is like, just know that there's going to be distractions presented to you in love, like options. That's what we consider distractions. And if you start dating somebody or start going out with people just because, oh, it's fun in the interim, that's when it starts to serve as a distraction. They don't want you going out with people just to have fun right now. It's like if you want to go out with a group of friends and stuff like that, that's one thing. But you dating around and really you think somehow getting back out onto the market and getting back out into the dating scene is just like going on a bunch of dates and like saying yes to everybody. It's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it, right? Like that's not the answer here. You need to feel like go with the one that you feel compelled to, drawn to. Like there's just a draw. Like you need to be selective. Again, like I was saying earlier, very selective about who you pour your cup into and what you pour your cup into. Okay, because when the right person shows up, that's going to go fast as well. The evolution, they're showing me the evolution of whoever it is that you're meant to connect with, because we got the King of Cups. Now they're showing me the cards differently. Okay, so just go with it. This is how it works in tarot. We have the King of Cups, who doesn't just pour their cup into anybody, and then the Emperor. The Emperor is who you want with, especially when they're positively aspected, right? They show up in integrity. They show up like they're a step above Mr. King of Pentacles. I'm just gonna tell you that much. Okay. You got to know that like they go after what it is that they want, and they put genuine, sincere energy, intent, action, forward motion into that. Like they fucking mean it. Okay. And this could be, now we're looking at this like it's one person. So don't just go out with a million different people because distractions are going to be sent your way. Don't go out for just the sake of having fun. Like whoever you're meant to connect with is going to come in, and you don't need all of that distraction because you might miss it in the sea of nothings. They don't want you in that space. Okay. And the reason why this feels chaotic is because when this person comes in to offer this cup, it's a genuine, sincere cup of love, and it feels like a whirlwind is what they're giving me, and it's going to evolve fast. But you'll know the difference because because of the way you feel. You feel drawn to the person. It's more of a physical, like body response, not like ooh, you kind of thing. I'm talking like not lustful. I feel like it's like soul connection type of activation. Like there's an activation going on. Like you feel like we were meant to meet. We're supposed to whatever, like that kind of thing. And it's going to develop fast. And it's like, I think that's also what they're trying to hint at right here. So the idea of like, things are like, let's think about to the last spread where it was the Knight of Swords, and they're like, hey, things are about like God, I can't get it out. It's so fast. difficult situations are over with. Things are moving into a new trajectory. You're going into a new complete phase of life, right? And they're like, in the interim, be careful of all the things that can be attracted to you, and be careful of your level of boredom and what you allow in your life because of that. It could be a distraction. It could just, it's like, don't give precedent to satiating that sense of boredom and impatience, because you're like, I want something to happen. You're like, I want to get out and do, you can do that with friends. You can do that with, like, all of that's about to happen. Like, just don't get distracted with all of that, because whoever is, like, there's something coming in very solid, very integral, very beautiful, that's worth celebrating. It's gonna happen fast. That's why this might be why they're like, hold on to your britches. This is going to happen fast. And there's going to be a mutual sharing, like an amplifying or amplitude of the joy and the love that you would have from the Nine of Cups. Like this sharing that's going on, and it opens up like a whole new world to you. And I can't help but, like, they're like, either right now, enjoy your solitude, enjoy your autonomy right now, because when this comes in, it's like, seal the deal. It's always going to be two. You know what I mean? It's always going to be you and somebody else. Then it's going to be a different, like, enjoy this. But also, I cannot get away from the fact that there's this sense of a solo trip. All right, I'm not taking these out. I'm just going to pull, because the Starman Tarot wanted to come out. And the thing is, I feel like people are trying to figure out if this is them, but no one has yet. I don't feel like any of you all are like, that's me. Like, you're like, is this me? Because, like, I don't have anybody's energies attached to this yet. But if we're talking about true foresight, where it's like, like, Spirit's like, okay, here's what's about to happen. Here's the lowdown. Don't entertain X, Y, and Z. This is the kind of information, when Spirit gives me stuff like this, I'm like, it may not make sense to me. I may not know why they're telling me this. It doesn't necessarily feel like it resonates at this very moment. But, okay. Just say, okay. Log this in your memory. Like, just know. Okay. Okay. Oh, well, I was trying to put that, but okay. Okay. For fuck's sake. Sometimes it feels so naked when I don't feel a person's energy that would be wrapped up in with this. Like, I don't feel the energy of the collective. I feel like I'm sitting on the lens side of Spirit going, by the way. And everybody's like, are they talking to me? Or are they talking to you? Like, it's like one of those situations, and that's what it feels like to me. Sorry, guys. Well, Jesus, Manishka, damn, girlfriend. Okay, that makes sense. We're gonna leave this over here. They always make me read from the book for this one, and I'm like, you'd think I'd have the passage memorized by now. This is the one and only fucking card they always have me read from, and it's like, why do I have amnesia when it comes to this damn card? Like, I should just remember. Like, I understand the gist, but it's always like, it's the alien in this deck. Which is the Hermit, but it's always like a, okay. See, I even have it starred. I have it a little starred. There is a remembering, the semblance of something more astonishing, more beautiful, and utterly miraculous surfacing. The rekindling of dreams, new possibilities, new worlds. He invites you to weave your earthly wisdom into new forms and expressions that have never existed before. He lifts you way above what you thought was possible, way beyond what you thought was you, lifting you out of your personality and its defenses and placing you back wholly into yourself. Complete. The alien who carries spectacular visions and wonders must always seek a way home to the stars. The light from afar, being in this world but not of it, reminding you that you are always, no matter what, on a journey back home to the light. Know your worth. You are perfect the way you are. Be free, seek answers within, go deeper and understand more of the universe. Now, we've been having this conversation, and I guess this is going to make sense in just a second, but they're echoing something I just said. The alien signals your urge for freedom. Enjoy this autonomy, enjoy this freedom, enjoy this, but that doesn't mean at this point accepting everything into your life and allowing that to act as distraction. Naked, untainted, there are no masks. There is no great cover-up. He catalyzes self-discovery and ignites the drive to question, challenge, and dissolve the walls that box us in. This is literally like what's standing out to me is seeking a way home to the stars. A journey back home. Whoever is actually meant for you will make you feel so utterly at home within yourself because you're able to act completely, truly, authentically as you, and you will not find yourself constantly in your head assessing how they see you. You'll notice that you just feel free to be around them. That will help in your discernment of the people that you should even give any amount of time to. That's why it feels like there's a draw. It's like being drawn home. They feel like home. They feel like home because you feel at home in yourself when you're with them. The right passion and chemistry that you experience, the right person, the Ace of Wands, the person that ignites something within you can feel like home. And you'll want to build with. You will build something with them. 3 of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups is wholeheartedly within herself, allowing her heart to guide her, right? She's nurturing, loving. She has immense capacity. She knows her worth. And that's how you should make your decision to the Queen of Cups with the 2 of Swords. The Queen of Cups is exceptionally intuitive as well. There is a spiritual, intuitive aspect to knowing who is for you. Again, there's just this draw. There's this feeling of like, I was meant to meet you, or I'm just meant to engage with you. But also this knowing of when you find yourself not having to do the whole like reel in your head where you feel like you're watching the 2 of you outside of your, like, how does this look? What are they thinking? Like all that kind of stuff. Like you don't get caught up in that. You're caught up in just being you and feeling present in the moment and feeling good. That's how you know it's the right person. it's weird because I get the sensation that the capacity in which you meet this person will lead you naturally to meet other people as well. So the idea of like others being attracted to you. It's like whatever this is, the method or the manner in which you meet them invariably puts you in the path of other people as well, where you are on other people's radar. It is a sense of getting out of yourself, out of your closed confines, like maybe being, because of the Three of Cups again, it's a major celebration, but it's with the Magician, which is how you manifest it. It's like they're not telling you not to get out and enjoy yourself, and it's like, or to. Okay, let me break it down. For those where your person is that, like, you meet a love interest, and from that point, other things cascade, and that kind of scenario, like, because other things are coming in, like you've got a cluster of shit coming in, and it's one of those things where it's like, but there's always one thing is the tipping point. One thing is the start of the domino effect, right? And so for those where meeting this person is the start of that domino effect, and they play a factor in some of the other things happening in your life and trajectory changes, or doors opening, or whatever else you want to call it. It's like the way this manifests is also what causes other people to come in. So if you feel like a person's going to be like you just know, you have a feeling, like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're wrong. Just be aware. There's like this sense of be aware. So continue to enjoy yourself, but be discerning. So it's like a lot of people's going to come out. Do not entertain somebody just because it's like, well, the other person hasn't shown up, and there's a sense of, I don't know if it's boredom or just I just want to do something. Like, and to me, that's a little bit of boredom. Like, I just want some livelihood. It's like you can have fun without, like, by all means, have fun. Somebody might be equating or feeling like dating a person or dating multiple people brings a bit of an excitement to their life that they feel like is missing. Like, sure, there's going out and having fun with friends and getting together with friends, but like there's something about, like the flirtation, and that really ignites a little something. And they're like, be careful of that, because a lot of that can serve as distraction. Okay. So they're just warning you. They're just saying, hey, by the way, there will be multiple. Yeah. I am really taking it on. There's going to be multiple people that will come out because of this. Because the way in which you meet this person will inevitably put you in the path of other people as well. So yes, you have to be discerning. And they've just told you how to be discerning. Okay? If you're in your head a lot with a person, that's probably not them. If you don't feel drawn to them, it's probably not them. If going out on a date with them serves nothing more than but your ego, entertainment for your ego, it's not them. Be careful of going out on those types of dates, and because if you're also going on a lot of those dates, then somebody may perceive you from afar as someone who's not really interested in a relationship. They may interpret things a certain way, or they may say, like, there's just something there. By all means, I'm not saying to dictate your life according to somebody else. If somebody really isn't interested in you, they're going to come to you. That's how I see it. But there's something about distractions. Now, let's say something else is happening in your life. This Three of Cups, this celebration, is something else good popping off in your life that inevitably puts you in a path where you are then seen by other people, where other people will be attracted to you. And it's going to be more than just your person, but that's how you come onto the radar of your person. That's how the two of you come into contact with one another. Okay. And so it's like, you can't, either scenario, you can't like maneuver around this. People are just, you're going to be at the attention and coming across the path of other people because of this. So it's like, don't hold back from this Three of Cups energy. They're not telling you to do that. They're just saying, FYI, Seven of Wands, protect your energy. A lot of shit's going to happen fast. Be discerning. Okay. People's going to be coming out the woodworks for either reason. Doesn't matter. And it's because your path to meeting this person puts you on the path of other people as well. But whatever that success is, whatever that celebratory energy is, whatever that getting out and having fun is, it is the thing that helps to manifest this. So now I got questions. I got questions about the Four of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, because I got a couple of things where it was like, and go ahead and enjoy your, like, get out and like revel in this level of independence. Like don't be so quick to just like fill the gap in that you don't have somebody right there with you, right? And sometimes that's what our ego wants to do, because it gives a bit of a dopamine hit when we're dating and flirting and that kind of stuff. And by all means do that, but see it for what it is and don't allow it to be a distraction, right? I'm not trying to, again, like, like it's just so bad, but they're kind of warning you. Like, they're like, you need to be really on your point and don't entertain fuckery. Don't entertain things that are just not for you. Because some people, they're not bringing fuckery, they're just not for you. And therefore they serve as a distraction, okay? So, but this is interesting. The Four of Swords with the Nine of Pentacles. I got either enjoying your level of independence and freedom and things like that, or I got a solo trip, and I've got questions on that shit. Okay, now we get to the Kipper. All right, we're almost done, guys. Oh, Jesus Christ, Manishka. Girlfriend, you were just emanating some sex appeal then. Holy shit. Yes, it's you, because you're on the path, that you're on that trajectory already. Yes, it's you, because that's what they're saying. Like you're invariably, like that to me just says you're on the right path. Because when they're coming out of the woodworks, something has happened that got you on the path to where to finding this person. So they're just like, wealthy man. Clarify the Four of Swords with the Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to clarify two things really quick. Oh, for fuck, I swear to God. Oh! And this. I'll put one more on this one. I got to be real careful. I got to be real careful. Some level, okay, two ways. I guess we're just going to read everything two ways because I got two stories coming through for this too. First and foremost, in the center of this, these two cards, self-explanatory. We've got the concern with the coffin, which is like there's gonna the end to your concerns is here. It's coming. That shit's going to, like, any level of worry, concern, contemplation, like unsurety. That's not even a word. I don't think. Like lack of clarity, whatever. All of that's coming to an end. Okay, period, point blank. First and foremost, we've got the wealthy man with the distant horizons. Distant horizons is your hopes, wishes, dreams, what you've envisioned. It is like the 9 of Cups, your wish come true. Distant horizons is also about like pulling up anchor and going to new shores, like finding finding home, finding, that kind of thing. So for me, this is like what you've wanted and wished for. Like I would take the wealthy man to be close to like the King of Pentacles, the Emperor type of status. Meeting this person brings in a lot of change for you. For some, like we're going to go with that storyline first, where the person is what creates the change. Okay. There's a lot of change that's going to happen because of this. And first and foremost, you don't got to be worried or concerned about any of the changes or what's going to happen. What's over here is what I want to say. There's a level of, any type of anxiety or loneliness or anything that's been going on in your life, where they feel like they need to tell you, hey, all of that's ending, like the shitty stage is ending. It took a toll on you. Can I just say it took a fucking toll on you because we have bad health. Now, bad health is directly related to stress, but as we know, stress wreaks havoc on your health. It can show up in so many facets and ways. I feel like they're just saying it took a toll on you, right? And so that is probably what's happening here. That's going to end. This level of concern and stress is coming to an end, which we knew from the beginning, right? We've known this, right? They're saying this. But then we have the family room card, which is meaning it's very close. And that's why I was like, okay, can we please clarify this shit? Because I hate giving time frames to people because then they harp on it and then they latch onto it like there's mama's titty or something. I'm like, what the fuck? Come on now. You got to know that Spirit's version and our version of soon isn't always the same. All right. But the family room card literally is all about next door and right close to and almost like your immediate future. Like it's so close. That's why they don't want you to get distracted by these other things. It's like it's going to be a whirlwind and like you're going to have these options and it's like, but just know it's like whatever this is happens soon. It's just FYI, this is like a gifted opportunity coming into you. And at the beginning, we have the wealthy man, and then we have the privileged lady. He is the match to the privileged lady. This would be like the emperor and empress coming out. So, tell as old as time what you've wanted and wished for in a person's coming in. They're going to create change. It's going to create a situation where like so many of your concerns and the things that weighed on you, that impacted you, that you had to carry around, that stuff seems to dissipate and disappear. And this gift is coming in soon to the person. Likewise, same scenario. If this is like some kind of like money manifestation or success, like wealthy success, money success, career success, because that's also what the wealthy man can mean. And it's what you've been wishing for, wanting for, and desiring and hoping for, and then it brings in change because it creates a situation where you are free from all of these restraints, limitations, and concerns. Soon comes in like very soon. Privileged lady would be things coming easily, things like it's the kickoff point, right? Where the domino effect occurs. I was hoping for I want to know, Spirit, about the trip, solo trip, because somebody out there it's harping on me. Which means if it constantly keeps coming up in my awareness, I haven't really hit on what for who that's for. And I haven't really fully delivered the message on that. Spirit is solidly keeping me in the energy of just spirit delivering the message. I am still not picking up on, usually I connect with the people that this would be attached to, and I would be able to feel things and like tell you how it's gonna like it gives me an added layer, and they're not letting me go there this reading. They're keeping me on this side to probably deliver it very matter-of-factly for some reason. Ah, fuck me, I swear. Jesus Christ. Okay. So whoever the solo trip is for is where something pops off in life and then love happens. Okay? Because we have the expect sudden wealth, which means expect something exceptionally great and good happening to you, or it comes out of the blue, right? And then they go journey and change. This is a trip. Like when you got journey and change together, it's either a fucking trip or a move. Period, point blank. Like going somewhere solo. So it's like you end up, you start out, is what it feels like to me, is you're going to, like, this good shit happens and things start out where you're like all good in your own energy and you're enjoying your freedom and you're enjoying that kind of stuff. And then suddenly love comes in. Like there's like that's what they're trying to say. So the Four Swords for somebody is actually a fucking trip. Otherwise, the Four Swords in this is like, hey, as soon as something good happens, there's going to be a little bit of a layover, like a little bit of period of time in your life where you just get to enjoy that. And then love comes in. But I also feel like they're saying that it's for somebody, the solo trip or it's almost like, okay, it's either a solo trip or a solo move, meaning that wherever you're going, where you're going to go somewhere, and wherever you go, you meet this person, but you're single, but you're in good fucking energy. You're in your sense of freedom. You're in your, like badass bitch energy. Like you're good. You're enjoying yourself. So it's almost like, to me, this is like, it's a move, like whatever this good thing is that comes in, whatever. So why do I feel like I can't get this out? Shit fire. Someone's going to have shit pop off in their life where they have some type of major success, career or work, right? You can expect that to come first. And then comes the trip. So you could be offered something and you have to take a trip somewhere because of it, and then blah, 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 blah. Or you're offered something, you have some kind of success in your life and you end up moving, and after you fucking move, so it's almost like there is this lull, this liminal space between one thing popping off and then the other thing happening. But the funny thing is, it still is fairly quickly. So because we got the Eight of Wands, which is almost like, hey, as soon as you fucking move, people out the woodworks are suddenly attracted to you, right? Because that would align with the idea that the path that takes you to meet the one, or this candidate, this person that you can go into a major relationship with, is also going to put you in line where other people are going to be attracted to you. You go on a fucking trip to somewhere, and it's like, it's in that location that you get a lot of attention and people are flirting and things like that, but you also come across and meet the person, right? Or you move somewhere and it's like, because, we've all had this. Well, a lot of us had this, not all, that's not right. Where it's like in one location, it's like a dry Sahara desert, and you move somewhere else and suddenly it's like your love life just activates, and like you find people you connect with, and it matters. There's something about, like, once you get there, right? Like you might have a little bit of time, because the Four of Swords isn't that long. It's like a reprieve. It's like a pause. It's like a little bit of a, it's like you might have some time in just badass bitch energy on your own, a sense of independence, and then voila, it comes in fast. So it's still very fast, is what I want to say. And then when it does happen and you meet that person, the evolution of that seems to be fast, because that's also something I keep picking up on, is the evolution of once you meet that person, it might go quickly as well. So they're also saying like, hey, feel that, enjoy and feel that energy of that level of like freedom and independence that you get, because it's not like that autonomy isn't going to last long. So if good shit pops off in your life, you can expect good shit to pop off in your life. And it's like, you're going to be loving it, right? You're going to be loving it. It's not going to be long after that. It won't be long after that. But it will require some kind of like, you're going to be in a different environment. They're showing me with the Four of Swords, you know, the kind of person, like they're showing me a scene where somebody is feeling so good and enjoying this moment of like being able to breathe and sigh. Like it's like, that's that sense of freedom where the burden is lifted. And then like, because so they're showing me somebody that goes outside. It's a really sunny day. It's like a lawn chair, and they're sitting there with their glasses on. They've got like a really awesome drink, and they're just sitting there, and there's like a beautiful breeze, and it's like the most like you're enjoying the fucking moment. You're taking a moment to yourself to savor this Nine of Pentacles. You're like, yes, you get just a little bit of that, is what it feels like. It ain't much. And in fact, I feel like there's a need for you to enjoy this. It's almost like feeling yourself and enjoying it. Like take the time out, like give yourself a moment. Don't entertain all these, not going to do it. Like these things and people that are just going to fill the time. Like you shouldn't be bored in this energy. You should be like, fuck, like I feel a very sacral type of energy. Like I'm feeling myself. I am feeling myself, and I'm going to enjoy this. Like, I don't need to fill in the gaps or fill in time and space, or, I'm not bored, because I am so fucking enjoy this. And sometimes it's like, we're just so excited that we're like, ooh, it's a different energy. It's a different whatever. And so you just want to go out and you want to do things, and you're saying yes, left and right to people. And it's like, maybe no, don't do that. Okay. It's not going to do anything for you. What you need, like literally, it could only serve as a distraction. Enjoy this, because it's going to happen fast. So somebody is going to have success that allows them to move, and it's like the domino effect happens pretty fast. Take the time that you can. Somebody will be going on a trip, and for when you go, it's like you are very attractive to a lot of people, and you're like, what? And you somehow meet the person, like one of all the many will feel like I've known you, and you just click, and you're magically yourself, and you don't even think about it, and there might be a moment where you realize you're like, oh my god, I'm acting like a ding dong. That's how it comes across. Anything else? I'll do one more time, and then I'm gonna hop off. 10:34. Sometimes those lights make it so bright I can't see the writing. Elby's like, I was about to go out tonight. I like that one. Oh no, honey, I use eye cream. It's not. Anything else that you want to, that almost came out, but if it's meant to, it'll come back out. Just know that whoever you would look at or see as like the most desirable, like this is like somebody who's done manifestation work and has like, I know exactly what it is that I want. I do. I know what I want in a person. I know, like, this is your dream person. Energetically speaking, right? So that would come first, and then this. What is the common thing? Don't feel like you need to fill the time. You know, it may have been a long time since you've been out dating and you're finally like back into that energy of I'm going to get out. And you're just like, I'm willing to accept anybody at this point because I'm just now whatever. There's this energy of enjoying yourself, but not just to, again, I can't help but reiterate, like, there's no sense in just taking just anybody, especially when you know from out the gate that it's like there's just something not there. And you're like, you can go out and have fun and entertain yourself without having to entertain people in that capacity, right? Because we have like somebody may just really want to date and really is ready, and so like I'm just gonna get myself back out on the scene, and because there's something about the confident concern that they keep bringing this out. There's an end to any type of level of concern. Like you don't have to be concerned about, I feel like this. You don't got to worry about this happening or who or what or anything else like that. Like I get the end of feeling kind of like removed from something. Like you don't have to, because you were waiting for something. The idea was, are we still, like at the beginning of this, you were checking in with spirit. Like we still good. This is still coming. Okay. You were just checking in. You didn't feel like you were rushing spirit. You didn't feel like, in fact, you feel this thing really close to you. You can tell it's coming. It just hasn't arrived yet. And you're like, okay, but this is coming. Okay. And spirit's like, it's still coming. And they're like, but in the interim, don't get bored. Like, I know that you're having to wait this little bit, but like, don't entertain fuckery or other people because they'll just serve as distractions. We don't want you to miss this. Stay in the present moment. Okay. Because when it comes fast and it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. Right. And so, yeah, it's like, just don't worry about it. It's coming. If that's where you're at, don't worry about it. It is coming. It is absolutely coming. And in fact, I feel like it's going to hit very suddenly. We've got unexpected income. And then we have sudden wealth. And then we have poverty. Like you're going to be taken out of poverty. Like you're going to be elevated out of whatever situation you're in right now so super fast. It hits you unexpectedly. Okay? And that's for everybody. Like, I know love and a partner is on the cards for everybody. For those where you meet the person first and then the doors open, like it's happening way quicker than you think. Okay? Hence why they're like, don't even entertain the shit. For others, another area of your life is about to pop off, but don't worry. Love seems not that fucking far behind. Just gonna say, like you's about to like whatever the trigger point is or the first domino, the thing that starts the entire domino effect, that point is exceptionally close. Just saying. Exceptionally close. And they've said it over and over and over again. So just stay in that trusting state and energy that you've been in, because yes, it is coming. And they're like, and whether you were asking about it or not, they felt the hella fucking need to say, hey, when this good shit happens, or when you finally hit this place where you're like, yes, like don't entertain a bunch of fuckery and be willing to cut off people that you know just ain't it right away. Protect your fucking energy, because love, no matter what scenario you fall into, is going to be coming in fast after that. A lot faster than you think. Okay? So, if you're bored right now, you won't be much longer. You won't be. And then it's going to feel like a whirlwind. So just chill. Just chill. Enjoy this moment and feel yourself is what I want to say. Like just enjoy being in this space where you're feeling trusting of the universe, where you have faith that something's coming, where you feeling good in your fucking energy, like you a badass bitch. Like enjoy this moment because God, it was rough. This last year was rough. Enjoy this moment. Shit's happening. Shit is happening. It's happening. Okay. And like instead of filling your time up until this thing comes in, with little things to make you feel like, oh, because sometimes this waiting where you're like, okay, you're like, well, I'm going to go over here and do this. They're like, no, sit and chill. Like, don't, because it's coming fast. You need to be in the present moment. Don't get distracted. Don't go off and whatever. Like, no, it's coming. And that does mean it's coming fast. If they're like, hey, we need you constantly present in the moment and aware and not distracted, that means it is really close. It is really close. Just saying. Okay. That went places I didn't expect it. I was like, damn, they really be talking about love. And then it was like they were focusing on this, and they're like, no, but this scenario too, and they're back on this scenario, and I was like, are we talking about this? And this is not for you. No, yes, it is for you. Oh my God. Like, holy shit. So like it feels like everybody got love coming down the pike, and they're just like, and it's like sometimes dating serves as something to do in the interim, right? Like sometimes our mind just wants fun and excitement and so flirting and going out on new dates with people and getting distracted, that kind of shit. Like it's really nice. It gives us dopamine hits. But it's like, dude, just spend this time right now feeling yourself, because when shit hits, it's gonna go fast. And you don't need the distractions. Get rid of that shit. Okay? So just hold off just a little bit longer. Hope that makes sense. That's about it. That's all I got. So, hope everybody has a fantastic, wonderful day. All right. Peace out, home skillets.